Tales of Suspense. The Crimson Dynamo strikes again, and none but Iron Man can hope to stop him. Introducing the gorgeous new menace of the Black Widow. Iron Man. The Crimson Dynamo strikes again. Introducing the breathtaking beauty of the mysterious Black Widow. I trusted you, helped you, and now you betray me. Another smash hit from the Marvel Age of Comics. Plot by Stan Lee. Story by N. Korok. Art by Don Heck. Lettering by S. Rosen. Question: didn't Iron Man reform the Crimson Dynamo before? Answer: yes, he did. Question: so how come they're fighting each other again? Answer: there's only one way to find out, and we think you'll like what you see. Late one night, in the main research plant of Anthony Stark, millionaire playboy and talented munitions manufacturer, a strange figure appears. He silently, mechanically moves to the top secret project of the vast Stark experimental enterprises. I've pledged my brain and my entire being to fathom the secret of the laser light. I will not fail. Editor's note: the laser light appears in parallel photon rays of equal force, not diffused like ordinary light. If a way could be found to handle such a dangerous light safely, it would be the perfect weapon, as it could burn through anything. While in his private office, Tony Stark, checking over his Iron Man costume, sees... I can rest easy now. Every transistorized part of my Iron Man suit is in perfect working order. Too bad those who question the Crimson Dynamo's loyalty to me can't see Professor Vanko now, working down there long after everyone else has gone. The machine vibrates, and suddenly, the crimson figure below is bathed in a deadly, eerie glow. Now, with my Crimson Dynamo costume for protection, I'll find out if my laser ray gun is safe to use. Oh no. Vanko is risking his life, using himself as a guinea pig. With scant seconds to spare, Stark hurls himself down towards the dangerous laser light ray. Good thing there's no one around to question why the cautious Tony Stark would suddenly turn into a man of action. Those rays almost disintegrated you, Professor Vanko. You mustn't take chances like that. I failed. I still haven't found a way to make the laser light safe to use. When I volunteered to help you perfect a laser light weapon, I thought, with my vast knowledge, I could aid your country, pay you back, pay America back, for treating me so fair. Sure you did, and what's more, you will too, but we're not so desperate that you must give up your life to help. Even my specially designed Crimson Dynamo suit afforded no protection against the deadly laser beams. I'll have to start again. Some new way. That's the story of our lives in science, Vanko. Try and try again. But meanwhile, I suggest you add some additional lead coating for protection, just in case. Leaving Professor Vanko, Tony Stark thinks back to the time when Vanko, as the Crimson Dynamo, was in the employ of the Reds, before Iron Man defeated him and enabled him to defect and work for America. You've beaten me, Iron Man, but I shall die like a man. No need for you to die. Americans are not murderers. I have an offer to make to you. But, thousands of miles away, in a private screening room, a short, pudgy figure is filled with uncontrollable rage. There, Excellency! From these secret films you see absolute proof of Vanko's treason. The traitor! He has joined the Americans. He must be eliminated. Stop the film. This is a job for the Black Widow, and the man known as Boris. And a short time later. You sent for me, comrade leader? And you too, Boris. Come here. Walk around the desk. I want to show you something. Walk around? Boris does not walk around puny obstacles. It is easier to hurl them aside. So, there are your targets. The American munitions maker, Stark, and the traitor Vanko. But it will also be necessary to dispose of Stark's mighty bodyguard, Iron Man. That Anthony Stark is handsome, as well as wealthy. He will make an interesting assignment for the Black Widow. A few days later, somewhere off the shores of Long Island, a powerful atomic submarine completes the first part of its mission. My orders are to wait 1 week for you to complete your mission, comrades. It is a week I am looking forward to with pleasure, Comrade Commander. We will keep you informed of our progress. And shortly afterwards, at Stark's munitions plant in Flushing, New York. You know, Pepper, you sure are lucky. Old Happy is willing to take you out. All you gotta do is say when. Fine, Happy. Let's say about never. Now, if you'll excuse me, some foreign visitors are here to see the boss. Wait, whom shall I say is calling? Do not bother. I shall introduce myself. I am Madame Natasha, and this is my brother, Boris. He teaches a science class in the Ukraine. It would be so good for his students to hear about your great American technology. I'll be glad to show you around personally. What a beauty she is. Minutes later. You're much too lovely to spend all day touring a dull factory. Suppose we let Boris continue the tour himself, while we have dinner together. You are most kind. My brother is really more interested in such things than I am. Later, at a swank supper club. It is strange to find a man like you so dedicated to science, yet so sophisticated and charming. If there's a moon out, lady, you'll find out how I feel about you, too. Right this way, Mr. Stark. Meanwhile, Boris waits for his chance to do the kind of work he does best. Hey! No visitors allowed beyond this point, mister. Can you read? Restricted area. No visitors. Sure. I just did not see the sign. That guard. Where did he suddenly spring from? He is now going on his rounds, so I shall get on with my job. I know Vanko must be working here, in this restricted area. From a small container, a mysterious fluid is ejected and eats its way through the metal door. Ah, now it has created an opening large enough for Boris to use his strength. Greetings, Professor Vanko, from the past. Boris, you here? You are wasting your time. I am finished with the Kremlin. Stay away from me. I bring you a message from our glorious leader. You must help me sabotage Stark's plant and his new secret project. If you do, your life will be spared. Never. The Americans have been good to me. I shall never betray them. I'll call the guards. There won't be time for your guards to help you, Vanko. Remember this little toy? You invented it. For us. So you know what it can do. The jet paralyzer. I had forgotten all about it. I designed it years ago. Ah, the magnetic artificial fibers are forming. A very useful invention. Ah, the spray. I cannot resist. The tentacles are spreading, holding me. I'm helpless. And as the powerful ray gun takes effect. So, now you are wrapped in the unbreakable net. It was a brilliant invention, Vanko. Too bad you had to be one of its victims. Only one more thing. I'll start this long-playing tape recording of your voice, taken at your last lecture in Moscow. Then, outside the lab. Hey, where are you going with that package? Delivering it for Professor Vanko. You can check with him if you want, although he may not like being interrupted in the middle of a lecture. As soon as we find the proper way of dealing with... Huh? Oh, yeah. I can hear him. And I know that guy's temper when he's disturbed. Okay, pal. Take off. Later, at a midnight rendezvous. We received your signal. What have you there? Only the first installment. Take good care of him and keep him under guard when he recovers. I'll be back soon with another. Our leader said to exterminate Vanko, never dreaming I could bring him back alive. I'll be a greater hero now, and more so when I've beaten Stark, as well as the overrated Iron Man. The Black Widow and Boris can defeat anyone. Returning secretly to the plant, Boris again slips into Vanko's lab and carefully dons the awesome suit of the Crimson Dynamo. This electrified suit will be the perfect disguise for me. None will suspect that I am not Vanko. And now for Iron Man, whose defeat will be my greatest triumph. Without a moment's hesitation, using the startling power of the Crimson Dynamo, Boris begins a one-man campaign of sabotage from within Stark's factory. This will serve a double purpose. It will slow down America's defense production. And more important, it will bring Iron Man into the open, where I can destroy him, so that he can never frustrate our plans for world conquest again. Moments later. It's too bad your visit here has to end in a few days, Madame Natasha. I find myself regretting it too. I shall miss you. An urgent message, Mr. Stark. I'm sorry to interrupt. And so, it was Happy. He said I was needed. There was a mysterious explosion at the plant, and no sign of Vanko. Stark cannot fool me. He is worried. Boris must have struck a telling blow. Don't come any closer. It could be dangerous. I'll have to leave you here. What a glorious sight. Stark's plant is an inferno. What a cold woman she is. So unmoved by all this excitement. Glad you're back, boss. Maybe you could get things under control now. The fire started in the area of Vanko's lab, but he's gone. Keep at it, Happy. I'll be with you as soon as I attend to something. Must change into my other guise, that of Iron Man. And split seconds later. And now to find out what's behind all this. As armor-plated Iron Man, I can plunge into this blazing inferno without burning alive. Look! It's Iron Man! He's too late to stop the damage, but he still may be able to save the rest of the factory. I've got to find Vanko. His work with the laser light ray might have started this. Seconds later. The Crimson Dynamo. Vanko. Thank heaven you're alright. Follow me. I'll get you out of here. Iron Man. At last. The fool thinks I'm Vanko. What's wrong? Oh. You don't want to leave the laser ray machine, eh? Okay. I'll help you get it out of here. I'll wait till he lifts the machine. Then Boris shall strike. Let's hope he can save it in time. It would take years to rebuild if it's destroyed. Now's my chance. While he's completely off guard. A perfect opportunity to use the electrical charge Vanko provided in this suit. Oh! I'm being drained of my transistor power. Vanko, can it be? Have you really turned on me? Was I mistaken after all? Growing weaker. Blacking out. Ha! The much-vaunted Iron Man. Helpless once his electrical transistor circuits are damaged. Within seconds he'll be unconscious. And then, under cover of the thick blanket of smoke, I'll escape with my greatest prize. And if I'm seen, the fools will think I'm rescuing Iron Man. Later, back at the sub. You subdued Iron Man, comrade? Incredible. Are you sure he's totally harmless? Completely, Comrade Commander. He has received enough electric current to destroy 20 men. Now, Iron Man is helpless and locked behind doors of plate steel. You need worry about him no longer. So you say. But I have heard too much of this man. I shall not relax until he is off my ship and safely imprisoned in the homeland. Moments later. What a hero's welcome I shall receive when I return. Now, the final detail. The Black Widow and I will easily finish off Anthony Stark, now that his iron bodyguard cannot help him. Meanwhile, the weakened Iron Man, desperately fighting for his life, slowly recovers consciousness. My electric power has been short-circuited. I've got to recharge somehow. But how? Where am I? Can't wait much longer. Must find some electric current to reactivate my circuits. Wait. That light bulb. Overhead. Summoning all his remaining strength, Iron Man smashes the glass bulb. And lucky I carry this spare extension cord for any emergencies. I can feel my energy, my very life force, feeding back. Now, with the full power of Iron Man, I could tear this place apart and... Vanko, what have they done to you? So it was someone else who struck me down. I should have guessed. In seconds, Iron Man rips off the synthetic wire mesh net, freeing Vanko. Then, sledgehammer fists, aided by powerful transistor force, batter an escape route right through the steel shell of the sub. Until... You did it, Iron Man. You freed us. But... Are your small flying jets powerful enough to carry my weight too? They're ultra-turbo jets, Vanko. They could lift an elephant if need be. There. We're safely out of range now. They've escaped. We'll pay with our lives for this. It's all my fault involving you in my past, Iron Man. My enemies do not give up easily. That's what makes them dangerous, Vanko. But we'll show them we can be equally dangerous. Thinking he's defeated you, Boris will return to the factory to destroy our laser ray weapon. Boris. So he's the one. Iron Man. Look! My Crimson Dynamo costume. It must be him. You must be careful. He too is a scientist. A man of great ability. And greater strength. No, Vanko. This is no time for caution. I've returned. Iron Man. How? We'll play 20 questions later, you treacherous spy. Right now. We'll find out how good you are when I've got both hands free. What? Something's wrong. The same electrical thrust I used before. It has no effect. Naturally. I've altered my frequency wavelength. You can't beat me twice with the same stunt. It does not matter. I am still powerful enough to destroy you with my bare hand. Oof! Guess again, Boris. I'm no weakling myself. Finish him, Iron Man. While you can. You must. He will never give up. Can't, Vanko. We don't play that way. He's had enough. We'll send for the police now. But, during those few seconds of indecision, the crafty Boris secretly readjusts his own electric wavelength. And then... That's why we will bury you! We're not as trusting as you. His electric charge can affect me now. I was asleep at the switch. As Iron Man, momentarily weakened, reels back, Boris follows up his advantage by resorting to his own brute strength, which is greatly increased by the electric power of the Crimson Dynamo armor. Now to destroy you as easily as I would a flea. Little old transistors, if I ever needed you, I need you now. Desperately applying his own full frequency power, Iron Man also goes into action again. I'll be back as soon as I put this toy out of harm's way. The instruments in it are too valuable to risk in our little game. He flew up to the machine, took it from me effortlessly. Now I realize how tremendous his power is. Placing the invaluable device out of harm's way, Iron Man speedily returns to the battle. Alright, playmate. Let's wrap this up for keeps now. But unexpectedly, the Black Widow reappears. It looks like the end for Boris. Much as I dislike that brutish oaf, I'll have to aid him somehow. Some ruse to trick the American. Iron Man! Help me! Madam Natasha! I must have unwittingly pinned her under the machine when I set it down. I'll get it off. Oh. A jet of water on my back. Boris. He's short-circuiting me. Gullible fool. It worked. I should have guessed. The two of you. You're working together. It will take just a second to generate enough force to electrocute you. To finish you forever. But Vanko, aware of Iron Man's danger, catches the assassin off guard. I can't do much, but if I could just give Iron Man the few seconds he needs. Fool! It's like a mouse attacking a tiger. You can accomplish nothing. So, you flee. You are too squeamish to watch as I finish off Iron Man, eh? I have one chance left. The project that was to have been my supreme scientific achievement. It may yet save Iron Man. You've waited too long, Boris. This laser light pistol will stop you now. Your bluff won't work, Vanko. I know the weapon is not yet perfected. It will destroy the one who uses it, as well as the victim. You would not dare. Another second. All I need. Now stand aside, Vanko. I shall attend to you once Iron Man is destroyed. No, Boris. You have gone too far. You think no man would give up his life for an ideal, do you? You are wrong. I would dare anything for this country, which has been so good to me. Words. Words! Now out of my way, old man. No. Vanko, don't! Not just words, Boris, but deeds. Is there any more fitting way to glorify my greatest project than to destroy an enemy of freedom with it? No. You are mad. You will die also. Stop! I must escape in the confusion. We have failed. Later. Poor Vanko. He sacrificed his life to prove his loyalty to our nation. He shall never be forgotten. Then, after resuming his true identity as Anthony Stark. Hey boss, we just got some hot reports on that phony sister of Boris. She's a real Matahari, called the Black Widow. Why don't we go after her? Why bother, Happy? She failed in her mission. Where can she go? Where can she hide? In a way, I pity her. All that beauty outside, but inside, nothing. Yet, what of the beautiful, dangerously irresistible Black Widow? She is still at large, on some fog-filled street in some crowded city. Lonely, abandoned, always hiding. Her constant companion? Fear. I must keep moving. I know too well the penalty for failure. But time is long and unending, and fate works in mysterious ways. Next issue, the Black Widow returns, more deadly than ever. So don't miss the great Tales of Suspense number 53, where another thrilling Iron Man adventure awaits you. The end. The Seance. You out there. Yes, you, with the doubting eyes and sneering smile. You'd better get a good grip on your prejudices, your fears, your very sanity. For you are about to join these mortals in the sanctum sanctorum of the Great Khmer. Bah! Spirit communication is just a bunch of hogwash. Don't be too sure. I've heard incredible stories about Khmer's supernatural feats. Shh! He's about to begin the seance. Hear me, O spirits of the beyond. I am surrounded by skeptics and unbelievers. I beg you to dispel their doubts. Show them your limitless power. And in the next fantastic moment, there are no strings. Nothing holding up my chair. Nothing except the unseen beings who inhabit the world beyond. I'm rising in the air! Story plot: Stan Lee. Art and script: L.D. Leiber. Inking: Chick Stone. Lettering: R. Holloway. And when the incredible act of levitation has ended, now, the great Khmer shall summon a departed spirit. I must concentrate. Concentrate. That noise? Where's it coming from? Look at that glowing thing, appearing above our heads. It's a face. It looks like the ghost of my late husband. Oh, Roger. Is it you? Really you? Yes, Diane. Hear me. I want you to trust the great Khmer. Seek his counsel in all money matters. He will invest for you wisely. Trust him. Trust him. Oh, I will, Roger. I will. Anything you say. He's fading away. Yes. The spirits cannot leave their world for long. And now, in the event you still have lingering doubts, I will quell them by traveling to the beyond myself. I call upon the departed spirits to accept this mortal into their sacred domain. The smoke is getting thicker. I can't see through it. Now it's clearing again. Khmer! He's vanished. 5 minutes later, the mysterious vapor appears again. Khmer must be about to return to us. And when the mist once more dissipates, you who would doubt the supernatural, behold that I have returned to the land of the living. It's miraculous. I'll never doubt again. Never. The seance is ended. You will all hear from me again soon. Yes. Now that you have faith in the great Khmer, it will be easy to con your money from you. Then, when the converts have departed, how did it go, boss? Perfect, Hugo. The fools actually believed what they saw. What a joke. As though I, or any other living man, could really contact dead spirits. My gullible subjects never suspected that there were small powerful electromagnets on the bottom of their chairs, and on the floor directly beneath the chairs. When you pulled the switch, hidden behind the curtain, you activated a current of magnetic repulsion, causing the chairs to rise. And the suckers never dreamt that the spirit that they saw was only a three-dimensional projection of a photograph. And of course, you supplied the eerie voice through a hidden mic. But the cleverest deception was my journey to the beyond. Hiding in the cellar below, you released smoke pellets through the floor directly under me. And when the mist became too dense for me to be seen, you opened the secret trap door and lowered me into the cellar, until it was time for my dramatic reappearance. Yes, my inventions are ingenious, and they will soon make me the richest of all mediums. Speaking of money, boss, could you give me a little? Just enough to buy a lamp for my room upstairs. There's no light in the place. No, absolutely not. When I hired you, I promised you room and board. Nothing extra. But boss, it's so dark up there. I can hardly see. Who cares? You have nothing to look at anyway. Now quit gripping or I'll get myself another assistant. Fearing for his job, Hugo does not press his request further. Instead, in the days that follow, he goes about his chores, helping the medium to deceive his victims. The great Khmer is your friend. Trust him. Trust him. Behold the power of the spirits. Khmer has gone into the beyond. And with each successful deception, the medium's reputation grows, until finally, it's the old widow Wentworth, the richest dowager in town. If I can hook her, I'll be set for life. But the elderly woman proves to be no easy mark. I've seen dozens of mediums, and they all turn out to be fakes. Fear not, madam. Through me, you shall communicate with your departed husband. And to prove that I have contact with the spirits, I myself shall journey to the beyond. What? Can you really enter the world of departed spirits? Watch and see, madam. There. I've given the signal. Hugo has released the smoke. It's all working perfectly. But, when the vapor thickens, Khmer hears a strange voice. We have been waiting for you for a long time. That voice, it's not Hugo's. But then, whose is it? Oh no. I really am vanishing. But how? What's going on? Hugo! Stop the machine! Hugo! But Hugo is nowhere near the machine. He is still up in his room. I tripped in the dark and sprained my ankle. I can't walk. I hope the boss won't be mad that I can't come down. But it's his own fault. He should have bought me a lamp. And, as the minutes tick into hours, I don't know what happened to the great Khmer, but I can't wait all day for him to return. He must have attempted a trick that didn't work out. He's obviously just as big a fake as all the other mediums I've seen. Oh well. But alas, for the first time in his sordid career, Khmer is not a fake. He finally has entered the realm of departed spirits. Spirits who have listened to his frauds and deceptions for the last time. The end. Tales of the Watcher. The Failure. Story plot: Stan Lee. Script and art: L.D. Leiber. Inking: P. Rainman. Lettering: S. Rosen. I am the Watcher, ageless observer of the ever-changing universe. I have seen galaxies born and galaxies die. Nothing in the cosmos remains the same. Not even your own planet, Earth. Earth, which trembles daily on the brink of armed conflict, which suffers the evils of tyranny, crime, and hunger throughout many lands. Even your harassed world is destined to change, to improve, for it is so written in my cosmic log. Listen, as I unfold a tale from the pages of your future. Within 300 years, war will have been abolished on Earth. There will no longer be hunger, poverty, or acts of violence. All man's present-day dreams will have been fulfilled. But humans are of a restless nature, and must always have something to strive for. So, that future era will see ambitious men striving for business success, each trying to earn more money and attain greater luxuries than his neighbors. I worked overtime all year. I increased my company's production and made enough profit to buy that magneto pool. It sure is a beaut. I wish I could afford one. But men, so desirous of wealth, are apt to be ruthless in their business dealings. Your manipulations behind my back have ruined me. I couldn't care less. We live in competitive times, with no quarter asked and none given. Fools like you haven't a chance against shrewd operators like me. Naturally, students in such a materialistic society all major in business courses. But there is one youngster who is different. I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore. Look at that fool Ken. Instead of learning administration procedures, he wastes his time reading poetry. He goes for impractical things like art, music, and literature. Things of no interest to anyone anymore. And what makes Ken Bentley even more different from his companions is his charity. Most people nowadays are too selfish to care about hospital shut-ins. But you visit us regularly. Cheering up folks less fortunate than myself gives me more satisfaction than I'd get from making a lot of money to buy things I don't need. Among those most critical of the youngster are his own family. My own brother, a failure. You'll never amount to anything. Everyone laughs at you. I'm ashamed to be your sister. I don't care if people mock me. I won't blindly pursue wealth and ignore all the fine and noble things in life. Even when the youngster reaches maturity, he continues to follow his own bent. But not alone. Other men are so busy making money that they have no time to enjoy nature. No time for the beautiful things in life. But you do these things. And best of all, you share them with me. I'm grateful because You what, Val? I respect your values, and I believe in you. But mostly, I love you. Yes. Ken Bentley and Valeria Reynolds are in love, which is a source of cruel amusement to others. There go the future Mr. and Mrs. Oddball. They don't need money. They'll live on sheer idealism. I wonder what it's like up there on Cloud 9. But at that moment, at a lonely radar outpost 1,000 miles away, it's an unidentified spacecraft. It must come from beyond our own solar system. We scrapped our heavy armaments years ago when we attained world peace. If these strangers are hostile, we'll be in real trouble. Soon, World Command Headquarters is alerted. The alien ship is making low passes over every continent. They appear to be searching for something. But for what? Finally, the strange craft reaches its destination. They've cut their engines. They're hovering directly above us. Look, Ken. A door is opening. The aliens are huge and armed to the teeth. They're floating earthward via some type of light beam. Here come the police. Everyone back. Clear the area. We'll handle this. But the policeman's boast proves empty. Electromagnetic rays. They're attuned to the metallic composition of my gun. My blaster's melted. A second ago, this was a gun. Now it's a handful of gravy. Having demonstrated their superior might, the invaders from outer space issue a telepathic command. You, Earthling, come with us. They're pointing at Bentley. They want him? Realizing the futility of resistance, Ken Bentley steps forward. No, I won't let us be separated. My darling, if they take you, they must also take me. Don't be a fool, girl. Stay out of it. You can't help him. You'll just sacrifice yourself. They're right, Val. Go back. I don't want any harm to come to you. No. I love you. I won't leave you. Whatever unknown danger is waiting, we'll face it together. And so, seconds later, they're both being seized. The invaders are probably hunters who capture people from various worlds, perhaps to study them or keep them as hostages. Well, at least the spacemen didn't capture anyone important. In fact, they got mankind's biggest failure, Ken Bentley. They probably had a way of sensing the person least likely to be missed by us. That must be why they searched so long before they finally chose Bentley. But unfortunately, the Earthlings will never know how wrong they are. For, even at that very moment, our race is so wise, so advanced, that we do not elect a ruler. Aided by scientific screening devices, we select the perfect ruler from among countless beings in the universe. When our last leader died, all our instruments and tests indicated that the one best suited to rule our empire, the largest and greatest confederation in all the galaxy, was a certain human on the planet Earth. A human who was unselfish, unspoiled, and who loves his fellow creatures. And now, Ken Bentley, we take you to your realm, out among the stars, where you shall reign for the rest of your days. And thus, mankind's greatest failure becomes absolute monarch of the greatest empire in the cosmos. Long live His Highness and Queen Valeria! Ken, darling, it's a dream come true. Can any of us ever really know who is a failure and who is not? Certainly, not I, even though I have observed the universe for ages, for I am merely the Watcher. The end.